Our first look on the new aircraft for Japan, the AV-8S Matador in its early iteration. So I show it to you guys that the dev was updated today, and one of the additions was the Matador, or the AV-8S, which is the new Harrier coming for Japan. It comes as a premium pack vehicle at rank 6, as you see, and we don't know exactly what is going to be the price yet, but you can imagine that it's around the same price tag as the normal 9.7 rank 6 vehicles. Not gonna get to the price because regional pricing, my price is completely different than yours, so yeah, go check it out once it actually is added to the store. It's not in the store yet. Should be in the store very soon though, if it's already in the dev, right? So the aircraft itself is gives us kind of some hope, as you see, that we're gonna actually receive the sub 3 for Thailand for the Japanese, right, which will help them. And of course it gives us hope that this is not the only AV-8S that can actually be added, because apparently they did use later with better weaponry, and then it can actually be added as late variant on the normal tech tree, right? So maybe we will see that with AIM-9Ls and stuff. So what is the aircraft itself? You will notice that the aircraft is very similar to the AV-8A. If I'm not mistaken, it has the same engine, and of course it is the same aircraft itself. You know, the aircraft itself is gonna be pretty much the same. The actual RWR is an ARI 18223, which is the same one as the Harrier GR3, as you see here, and it is a very advanced RWR. You know, if you compare it to the AV-8C over here, just to check it out, it is a different RWR. So the main thing is that it's an American basically made AV-8, you know, but at the end of the day you have some spice to it with a different RWR and AIM-9Gs. Of course the other ones have AIM-9Gs as well, a different skin, and most importantly I think the main change over here is that you have this is a pod of countermeasures that takes a lot of countermeasures, 240. I don't think it's fully implemented yet because it is still using the same system from before, so you cannot choose how many you take, so it should be fixed when the patch is released, but yeah, very good to have a countermeasure pod in here. You still have the two Aidens over here with the weird sound that we're gonna check it out. We have the Sidewinder with the G variant, and then we have non-guided Snake Eyes, for example, non-guided normal Mark 82s. We have the Mark 77, napalm bombs. We have the Zuni rockets in the larger version. We have the Mighty Mouses. We have the smaller 250-pound Mark 81 high drag bomb, the non-high drag bomb, then the Mighty Mouse is in a smaller pylon as well, and then just countermeasures. So it's an aircraft that doesn't have a lot of stuff, but let's fly it out a little bit to see how it is, basically to see if it's worth it, because it is kind of a... It's going to probably be pretty expensive. So let's get to the new test flight over here. Like I show it, there is no cockpit yet for this aircraft. And as you see, it is pretty beautiful, guys. The new skin, it's white, and it is very cool. The nose there with the blackish kind of color, grayish kind of color, I don't know. And then you have some cameras on the nose as well. I don't remember if the AV-8A has that. Let me know in the comments if it does. Probably for reconnaissance in real life, right? So the aircraft itself is not gonna be too different, okay? We do have a CCIP for the bombs, which is pretty good, I think. You can use it very well. We have the CCRP as well. So it is pretty, you know, of course I missed completely there, but you get the idea. You have CCRP, CCIP, you have the actual, of course, 110% of the engine, so it's very similar. Main difference, I gotta be honest, it's the skin, the RWR that it's using, the GR3 one, and this is the main thing actually, having countermeasures. So, and it's a lot of them, 240 for an aircraft that it is 9.7. It is a lot of countermeasures. Let's try to land this thing on the helipads there or something. So yeah, it is a very cool aircraft. I like the Harrier. It's limited in its own way, but it can do very heavy damage if you know what you're doing with it. So yeah, as an air-to-ground weapon, it can be very good as well, because you do have the CCIP, right? And with the CCIP, you can basically, you know, be really precise with these bombs at these BRs. Of course, you still have some pretty strong AA systems that you gotta watch out for, but it is still pretty good, right? Come on, baby, stop. Yeah, there you go. Come on. We gotta concentrate ourselves over here. Landing Vtol aircraft in this game might be sometimes a little bit harder than you think it is. I need a little bit less engine. We are hovering, okay. A little bit less engine. The amount of time that it takes for the engine to spool up and spool down makes you almost crash sometimes. There you go. Very soft landing. And here we are, guys, right? So very cool. Of course, you can still take off as a Vtol aircraft. We're gonna... So, of course, obviously, it's just a Harrier. But at the same time, maybe you haven't seen a Harrier before. You haven't played with one before. So this is how it is. So we do this, maintain the flaps. We do have a computer on the gun, which helps a lot as well. Flaps raised, and we are in combat mode again. You have the gun. The gun has a very weird sound right now. I mean, it's very different. They added a new gun sound, which is fine. It's fine, but the thing, it's probably more realistic. It's just the other one had the NR30 cannon sound, so it was a lot better, right? In the sense of you feel the punch of the gun, right? So yeah, guys, but pretty much that's it, guys. There's nothing else I need to talk about this aircraft. It's just a Harrier, non-guided stuff. It has CCIP, CCRP. It has a very good RWR. It has countermeasures, AIM-9Gs, but it is just a Harrier. It's an aircraft that I would love to have for myself, obviously, just because Japan doesn't have anything that it's very good at these BRs, or to be honest, anything at all that can actually be added as a premium, or, I mean, that it is as a premium right now in the game, right? So this type of aircraft, although it might feel like a copy-paste, and it is obviously kind of a copy-paste, at the end of the day, at least it's something on those BRs where Japan doesn't even have a premium aircraft, right? Of course, AIM-9Gs, they do have a very good range. As you see, very good. Come on, lock it up. Lock it up, baby. Here we go, AIM-9Gs. Always very good missiles for these BRs. Probably one of the best missiles you can have in these BRs, to be honest. So, yeah, very cool aircraft, guys. So let me know in the comments if you are considering buying this thing. And yeah, this is the fifth aircraft, fixed-wing aircraft that we are receiving in this patch. Maybe we will see more. Maybe an F-18, hopefully, but I don't think so. Maybe not. Probably not, right? Probably they already showed everything that they are gonna show. The dev should be closed on the 31st, right? Early in the morning here. And of course, the patch should be released on the 5th. Why is that, Matt? Why are you saying that? Well, the first thing, guys, is that it is just a logical standpoint of the patch coming just after the dev server, right? But also, boys, this aircraft in the files has this, which is a date on when the patch is actually coming. So it doesn't mean anything. They always add these. If something is wrong and they need to rework a flight model or anything like that, they will delay the patch from these dates, or not really delayed. It's just an initial date where kind of the patch is thought to be, you know, maybe being added. So on the very least, they are planning to make the patch drop next week, I would say. Okay, guys? So that's the cool little fact about this aircraft. So I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, and bye. See ya. Subscribe, comment, click the like button. Always helps a lot. See ya, guys.